Viking Conquest. Now, initial reception to this game on night of release has not been most positive in the 91st, or on Reddit for that matter. I just thought I'd put up a little bit of a defence for it, because, to be perfectly honest, this is the funniest game I've ever played. Seriously, you have to see this shit. Buy it before they fix it. If Birdemic was a video game, it would be this. So I thought I'd just show you my first impressions over half an hour. Let's begin. Now, it's understandable, and with reason, for some people to believe that I might have some sort of biased attitude towards anything Mount and Blade related. But I'm going to have to treat this like any other game, and as I would with any other game, alarm bells were ringing when the fucking start menu wouldn't work. It's a good beginning. So in the end I got it to work by turning off gore, which was rather upsetting for me because, well, I wanted to chop some fuckers' heads off. Why wouldn't you want to do that? At which point I was asked in a rather direct and frankly rude fashion by the game, "Who are you?" And it was all relatively simple, gender, height, age, I understand these things, and personality you should be able to understand, but I had problems because I don't know what any of these words meant, apart from melancholic, and despite the fact that it's all written for me on the right-hand side, well, I came here to bleed, not to read. And we'll just get through all this. Pick my nationality as Norse, and it rather boldly assumed that my father was an outlaw. It's kind of racist, actually. I finally managed to get through to character creation, and when it came to design my character's face, I couldn't really get past how much the default skin looked like Bjorn from Vikings. Whether or not this is intentional is unclear. I wanted my guy to look a bit like Floki, because, well, Floki's a pretty cool guy. I mean, why not? Unfortunately, I couldn't find the quite right, receding hairline type thing, and also my guy looks kind of buff, Floki's quite lean. So in the end, I just decided to make him look like Mr. Slave from South Park. To be honest, making my guy resemble somebody who's actually a sexual deviant isn't actually a bad idea, given that all the characters look like they've been smeared with Vaseline. So we got into the game proper, or so I thought at least, there was more reading to do, which I sort of skim-read. I mean, I'm here to bleed, not read. My mother's got Alzheimer's, something along those lines, we're on a fishing boat, whatever. So then I get dropped into some kind of pseudo-tutorial on a boat, which teaches me how to drive a boat, and how to work on the boat, and how to kill people on the boat, and frankly, within 5 minutes I wanted all of them to die. And my wish was granted when a black boat full of very burly men showed up and killed them all. Never been happier. Now, I'll grant the burly men did proceed to rough me up a little bit, but I didn't bear a grudge since they'd done me a massive favour. I was patched up by a kindly healer person who looked suspiciously like Rollo from Vikings. Now, I didn't really want to go after Sven and his band of burly huskarls, but the healer had his own agenda, and I had no choice, so he said go and speak to Jarl Haraldsson, or whatever his name was. I don't really wish to reminisce on my conversation with Jarl Haraldsson, because frankly he was a bit of a twat. So I decided, screw this guy, I'm going to go fuck your daughter. So I went to the nearby town and won the tournament with surprising ease, actually. Then I was going to dedicate my success in the tournament to her. But the horse-faced slut wouldn't give me the time of day, so I picked up my blue balls and left. On the upside, however, my tournament winnings did allow me to buy a heavy, big axe. It's very promising. I decided to test out my axe on a band of thieves, and just before I was about to slice my way through them, something caught my eye. That tree. Those trees, even. They're fucking mesmerizing. Oh my god. In the very same engagement, actually, I discovered the Commander View cam, or whatever it's called, which was just funny in its own right, I think, because it was like watching a police chase from a helicopter. And, I thought, I'm going to try and kill this guy, and I did encounter some difficulties when I realised I couldn't turn, so I turned left, I had to do a bit of a Zoolander, I strafed, I backpedaled, I jostled for position, but eventually I got him, and I had a good laugh in the process. And really, that's all that matters. I decided to go exploring a bit, so I thought I'll go and check out some of these unique locations. I saw this place called Troll Bridge, and I thought that seems like a happening kind of spot. So I travelled over there, and I entered the area, and I was just looking at my guy, thinking, he looks like Noddy. When suddenly, Dolph Lundgren appeared, who told me that I had to pay the troll toll if I want to get into the boys' hole. And I was like, nah man, what's the worst that could happen, right? You can't die in these games. And so I fought him, he knocked me out, and then I died. Wait, what? Wait, what? I actually died! What? Alright, okay, well, that's my first half an hour of Viking Conquest, alright? I don't know much, but I can tell you, I have not even scratched the surface yet. I have been the Jampad, and goodbye.